What's up, everybody? Ace from Ace Corner Talk. ATF, what's up? Peace, family. Inquisitive Bunny, what's up? I'm bad news. Charles Garcia's peace. What's up, bro? My main man. We going somewhere today, y'all. Peace to Queen C. Baltimore's finest. What's up, y'all? What's up, Yazzo? I fumbled your heart. I'm bad news. I fumbled your heart. Yeah, they're gonna flag my channel. What's up, everybody? Peace, peace, peace. It's your boy Ace from Ace Corner Talk, coming to you live again. I'm sorry for the wait. It's been a while since I've been live, but you know, gotta put that work in. Sorry, y'all. Gotta put the work in. So, got a little time. Gonna be off tomorrow, so I just wanted to go live. All right. Peace to everybody. Want to say peace to my man Logic. Food, clothing, music, and shelter, and a whole lot more. Logic has been real busy. And he had surgery. I called him up, checking on him. He said he's fine. He's doing good. One thing I wanted to talk about, and this is going to let me know if my mic is how the mic is. Is it too loud? Is it just right? Just kind of, give me some feedback on that right there about my mic. If my mic is perfect, just put a 1 in there, cool. I'll make the adjustments if not. So we're going to talk about a few things tonight, right? I want to get into a part of our live streams, no doubt. I'm going to get into a part of the live stream where we're going to break down this YouTube thing. And hopefully, I don't know at what point I'm going to do it, but we're going to do that. We're going to break down the YouTube. People say YouTube streets. I say YouTube land. Whatever. We're just going to break a little bit of this YouTube down. And we're going to tie it into the whole scope of how people maneuver in YouTube land. I mean, how they get down, all of that stuff. And the Pacific song that I played, and it's Trey Songz, Fumbled Your Heart. Think about how we invest our emotions into certain things, right? I want y'all to think about this. We invest our emotions into a host of things, right? We invest our emotions in friendships. We invest our emotions on our jobs. We invest our emotions in our families. We invest our emotions on so many different levels, and we invest it in so many different things, right? But what happens when you invest your emotions in the particular person or the particular entity, job, or whatever you invested that emotions or your emotion in, doesn't treat it right or don't treat you right with what you invested that emotion in. So I'm trying to make it plain. It's a little choppy, but y'all just bear with me because I'm gonna get somewhere. All right. So first of all, it was disheartening because I felt like, okay, maybe I should talk about this, and maybe not. But I think I am going to address it. It was disheartening to hear about, how that whole Logic and Ricky and some of the other people that was involved in trying to do something nice for the brother, right? And this is by far not a session where I'm bashing or not a session where I'm coming after anybody. So please don't go make no videos coming at the A's, because that's not gonna be good. Y'all know how A's get down. This is not something where I'm speaking on it to get a reply from anyone. But I will address it because I was, my name was associated with it. I was involved in it and had a somewhat of a say in it. So it was disheartening to hear that, there was a little bit of chaos within the whole, donating the money to somebody that was in need, and them feeling like, they wasn't receiving the funds. Now, this is what I got. They wasn't receiving all of the funds, which was not true. But, and I'm not going into dollar amounts and how much the person got. If you didn't see the live stream and didn't hear what was being said in the live stream about how much that person got, then you might need to, go back to some of those videos and watch them. But when people invest emotions in things and they say, this is what I want to do and I'm going to put my heart behind it, and then something happens to damage that or to damage how you feel about the situation, then the next time something comes about that you really want to invest the emotions and times in, the first thing that happens is you throw up a red flag, right? You throw up that red flag and then you say to yourself, I don't know if I should proceed or invest that time into that particular situation or thing, right? Because there's an offense that happens, right? When something comes against you with your good intentions to do something good and then something happens to disturb that, then what happens is it causes an offense against you. So then with that offense being caused, now you're on the edge, and then now it's like, okay, I don't know if I should proceed with that. I don't know if I should invest my emotions, my time, my energy, my whatever, my resources. See, so you sort of pull back off of certain situations when somebody or something happens to cause a fumble or offense into your life, right? So it was hard. It was disheartening to hear about how that whole little situation panned out, because it was something good. And actually, nobody was raising money for the brother and all of that. It wasn't even that type of situation. What really happened was, you know, the money was being generated and donated for something else, right? And we all was coming together to agree upon who, and we was leaving it up to the people to say, okay, who would be a good participant to receive that money? Somebody that's in need, somebody we may know, somebody that's a part of you. But when that happened, our hearts went out to the brother to say, you know what? I think he should be the one to get it, because he gonna be out of work. This happened to him. This, that, and the third. Okay, so we all came together and we just gave our thoughts about what should happen with the money and so forth, right? And so he became the person that everybody agreed upon that should have the money. Now, with all of this other drama and all this other stuff added to it, my take on it was, I think he fumbled the ball. He fumbled in this whole situation because, first of all, if anybody adds to your life, right? If they add to you, you should be grateful. That's the first thing. Hear me out. If somebody adds something to you that you already didn't have from the get-go, you should be grateful that somebody would even consider you to receive anything. That's period. Now, this is now y'all know how I talk. This is AC. Come on. Y'all know how I talk. I'm not excited. I'm not mad. So, you know, pardon my expression and how I relay this message, or not a message, but relay what I'm talking about. I'm not mad, so pardon how I'm, yeah, y'all know how I get down. So, but I'm expressive because it sort of touched me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, come on. If somebody or someone or a group of people or us or whatever are adding to you, you should be grateful for that. Not complaining, not whining because you didn't have it. And we didn't have to do it. It was something we chose to do, and we chose to do it out of the kindness of our heart, thinking about another brother. But for you to make videos about people, for you to say somebody's scamming, for you to say we not giving you all the money, I think what you got was 10 times fold, 10 times over, 10 times over, 10 times fold. I mean, come on, man. I think an apology is owed, not just to the brother Logic, but to the people who was associated with the whole entire givings of the money and deciding that you should be the one to get it. I think an apology is owed, a sincere apology, because it's something you didn't have. It's something you didn't have to have. They just agreed upon that maybe you should get it to help you along, to make your life easier, and to make things better for you and your family. So, that being said, okay, a lot of people, when they cause an offense, right? See, you got to look at it like this. See, when they have that hardened heart, it does not matter what happens to you from their point of view. It does not matter what happens to you. They can cause an offense. They can do things to hurt you, but not really have any emotions behind it because of where they are or where they've traveled or where they've been. So when they cause an offense, it's just like sweeping it under the rug and keeping it moving. But let something happen to them, then now they want to turn the whole world upside down, throw tables, and kill the cats and dogs. You feel what I'm saying? It's sort of like, hey, peace, Yolanda, peace. So it's sort of like when you see these type of things happen, you want to address it. Now, a lot of people, like with me, if somebody causes an offense against me, sometimes I might not react right then and there. Sometimes I might just hold back and I might let some things cool down, or I might process some things a little bit before I attack it. And then there's certain situations you just attack. But when the offense happens, it causes the individual to look at things a certain way before they actually gather that ball of emotions and begin to put it into its perspective or proper place. Me, I have to process my emotions when offense is caused, because I have to think whether I should react right then and there, slap, dive on somebody, or you know, whatever the case is. I have to, if that's the moment I have to do that, I have to make sure that's what I got to do. So I don't just react, because certain situations or certain offenses that are caused, you don't know. You just might fly off the handle. It just depends on what it is. You might just, whoa, Superman dive on somebody. You can't say what you would do. Well, you can. Some people can. But depending on what it is, it would be hard to say what you would do in a situation or wouldn't do. Because if the offense is great enough, you just have to pray for the strength not to react upon what you know is in you to do. Like with me, sometimes I am hot-tempered and sometimes I might fly off the handle on certain situations. Just depends on what it is. But I know my limits and my limitation. And I can deal with certain things that people do to me because I've learned how to digest it. And if it does not deserve the energy, if it does not deserve me giving it the energy, then I don't give it the energy. Because not everything deserves a response. Y'all know that. Come on. That's 101. That's like that rule. Everything don't deserve a response. You understand? Some things may happen to you and people may say things to you, but it doesn't deserve a response or the energy. Doesn't deserve it. It doesn't necessarily have to have an answer or a rebuttal or reply. Sometimes you just got to sit back and just let things be, so that way, if it was something that was going to cause somebody to feel guilty about doing, then maybe if they had the time to fester in their own mind and stuff like that, whatever, then they can do that. But if you jump in it at that very moment, don't lose. Now, stay with me. If you jump in and try to resolve that situation yourself with maybe some words, or maybe trying to handle it, or maybe trying to handle them, or however, it might derail that situation. I hope y'all follow me. It seems like I'm going all over the place, but I'm going to draw it in. So, the offenses that causes our heart, our mind, it causes us to withdraw from doing things for people. It causes us not to want to put our energy and resources and time into, into supporting people. Now, when you look at this YouTube thing, right? YouTube is one of the, since I've been on YouTube, which was what, last January, sometime around there maybe. When my introduction to YouTube was rocky. You feel me? It was rocky. It was, it wasn't the best experience, because when I came into YouTube, I experienced how it really was. It was, had a lot of trolls. It had a lot of, craziness going on, madness. Like, I wanted to come to YouTube to save the world. Like, I had that attitude and that mindset, like, oh, I'm here to just help any way I can. But I found out the hard way that it's not all it's cracked up to be. And having a channel and having people support you, like, there's so much that goes with it, right? But when I see good intentions and people set out to do good things, when that offense comes, because it comes, it's going to come regardless. Every YouTuber goes through it. And I would be crazy to sit here and say that if you have a channel and you have not experienced the woes or the downs of YouTube land and how it is, it's going to come. Because there's going to be people who envy you. There's going to be people who hate your message. There's going to be people who want to be you or be in your seat. All of that. All of that comes with the territory of YouTube. Right? When you set out to do something good, when you set out to do something that's going to be effective in helping somebody, there's going to be offenses that come. There's going to be. There's going to be people who are going to try to derail the good in you that you want to do, the good that you know you can do, that you already have been doing before YouTube, if that was the case. There's going to be people that are put into place. There's going to be people who are going to set out to derail what you're trying to do, right? And I see this all too often that Joe Garcia, that's how it is. It all too often I see how when people set out and they start doing good things, then all of a sudden here come a certain specific type of troll that will come to cause that division in what that person is doing, right? Okay, say you trying to do, a fundraiser, there'll be the trolls that come along and say, oh, he's scamming. So they'll throw that negative energy out there to kind of derail the good things that you're trying to do. You feel me? And it happens all too often, man. I've seen it time and time and time again. Heartless people, people with no brains, people who don't have the desire, nor the heart, nor the mindset to want to do something like, care for another person or see that another person's in a good light or have something for them, for themselves or their family that might be in need. Like some people don't have that oomph in them to do that. So they hate on other people who do. Now, pardon, you can't get mad if another person is stepping up to the plate to help their brothers and sisters that are in need. You can't hate on a person that's doing that. But there are people on YouTube that hide behind the computers, hide behind their little keyboard, say their little malicious, nasty things. What's up, TC? Say all kind of wicked stuff to put a spin on what somebody out of the kindness of their heart is trying to do, right? Out of the kindness of their heart that's trying to do. And what they do is they'll maliciously attack them. They'll attack them with all kind of madness, all kind of, vile things, like vain things, just to derail what they're trying to do. So I want to say big up to Logic, big up to Straight Drop, big up to Queen Chateau, big up to all of those who was in the midst of that situation and put their energy into wanting to do something positive for somebody, right? Now, everybody goes through their moments. They go through their spells in life where there might be a up, there might be a down. I don't fault people for going through that spell or that period because everybody has it. Even your boy Ace, everybody has those moments in life where it is not going to be peaches and cream or up day or, it's just going to have some strain because that's what life does. Life puts a strain on you, but it's up to us to make the adjustments on how we adjust to our strain in life. That's just what it is. I'll be crazy to sit here and tell you that every single day of my life is a perfect day. Yeah, I have my bad days, I have my good days, but I'm learning how to adjust, and whatever my bad days are, I'm trying to not let it overshadow my good days. You feel me? I'm trying to let my bad days be just for that specific moment and not let it carry on into the next day, the next week, the next month, because it happens, man. It happens. Simply Beautiful. What's up, sis? So these things happen, We go through those good days, those bad days, but don't let it be something that's going to cause an offense to somebody else, to your family, to your, co-workers, your loved ones, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, side piece, whatever. Don't let that cause an offense to somebody else. You man up or woman up or own up to whatever you dealing with. Because what happens is you'll cause that fumble or that offense. And then you wonder why somebody's not receiving you. You're wondering why somebody's not, you know, receiving you in a genuine light or a genuine place. And you thinking that, okay, somebody's acting funny with you, but not realizing that you causing offense against somebody else. Not knowing. You got to check yourself. That's what we got to do. We got to check ourselves, check our mind, check how our day is going. And if we feel like the day is not right, if we feel like the day is not going right, step back. Some people drink. Some people just sip on the wine and say, you know what? I think this is a wine moment. Some people might blow a L or blow trees or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your thing is that you do to kind of get yourself back in line. And I'm not advocating nothing. I'm not advocating doing these things, but I know reality. And I'm not going to sit here and be blind to the fact that people do these things to kind of get themselves in check, get themselves in the mood to deal with life or however they do that. Okay? So, but I'm not promoting and advocating anything. But I'm just saying, with me personally, the way I would have to deal with these things, since I don't drink, don't smoke, don't do these things, I would have to get my hands busy. You feel me? I would have to get myself involved in certain things. Like I build, you know, I like to ride my motorcycle. So I do other things to kind of mellow myself out when I feel the strain of life. When I feel like that, you know, like when I feel that heaviness is coming on and it's derailing me. You feel me? Your sweet place, what's good? Peace, peace. So, in that, we cause an offense when we are not aware of our emotions. We cause an offense to somebody else when we're not in tune with ourselves. And some people say, "Well, I am." You know, people get that attitude, or they get that, you know, that cockiness about them, like, I'm good, I'm straight. But you don't know unless somebody tell you. Because you'll never, it's like the man in the mirror. You don't understand how somebody sees you unless the person tells you. Right? Just like a crackhead. And I hate to say that, I hate the term crackhead. That, I mean, I'm gonna stop using that, y'all. I apologize. But people who are on drugs, right? So let me try to. I just hate saying it because, you know, I got family members of people who do drugs and crack and all that stuff, and I don't know if they're doing it still now, but that's in the past. But people who do drugs, right? The first thing they'll let you know is that they're okay, that they're handling life, that they're handling it, right? But we on the outside, we can, and it's not funny, but I'm just trying to, you know, keep my humor in it so that way it won't sound depressing. But when you look at those individuals, right, they look crazy they'll look 10 karat crazy, right? They'll look before they'll actually see that they're at their worst. They'll have to get to that point. Like, I don't know how to explain it. God knows. I'm trying to get, okay, Whitney Houston. Here we go. My girl, Whitney Houston. Everybody love Whitney Houston, right? But when she had that show with her and Bobby. Bobby! Hey, Bobby! You know the show with Whitney Houston and Bobby, right? She was looking crazy on there. Like, she was looking real crazy. And she was like 10 pounds of Whitney. Voice gone, couldn't sing no more. Just looking real crazy, man. But if you would have asked her, and I'm just surmising, so I'm just, you know, but if you would have asked her, she was fine. But we on the outside, knowing how she transformed to that. You understand? She wasn't, we remember Whitney, bodyguard Whitney, you know, singing and I will always love you type of stuff and looking, you know, decent. But then if you fast forward it to the reality show and how she was looking there, she was crazy on there. And she just wasn't aware of it. Oh my God. She probably wasn't aware of it, right? She was looking real wild, man. And a lot of people, it was hard for people to adjust to that Whitney because we wasn't used to seeing her like that. Even though it probably was a chain effect that led her to that, using the drugs and this and that, and, you know, crack is whack and all that. But we know she was beaming up every other day and spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on it. But if you let her tell the story, that wasn't the case, right? So, no doubt in her life, people surrounding her, she caused plenty of offenses to people that loved her because she probably refused to accept the fact that she was in that condition. All right? She refused to accept the fact that she was at her ultimate low. And a lot of times people have to get sick and tired of themselves before they'll actually come to grips with they have an issue or a problem. That's the only way that change will come for some people. They'll just be like, I'm just sick and tired of my own self. I'm going to change. But in that process, there's a lot of people that we hurt. There's a lot of offenses that we cause. There's a lot of relationships that we damage. There's a lot of things that happen in that process. So some people say, you know what? I'm going to get there one day. But as they say, I'm going to get there one day, what happens to all of the things in the in-between that you destroy until you decide you're going to get to where you need to be to change yourself to be a better person? And some people say, well, I'm fine where I'm at. But obviously, some of the choices and lifestyles and the way people live, they may not see it on it. They may not see it themselves, but other people see it. And that's the offense that is caused. So when you want to reach out to somebody for some help, all of these doors start closing in your face because you have did something, you have caused these offenses, and you have put yourself in this peculiar place that nobody wants to deal with you. That's reality, right? All right. That's reality. That's what we deal with on this YouTube. You got so many people that want the support from the people, but they cause the offenses against the people. And then now when they're looking for support, they're looking for subscribers, or they're looking for somebody to hear them or be a part of what they're doing, they have did so much damage that nobody wants to support them on YouTube land. Think about it. Now, the brother that got this channel, right, that the money was given to, do you think the way he carried on that some of us would want to go to his platform to support him, to support what he does, or to hear what he's even saying? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I would be desperate enough to go hear what the brother said after being so ingenuous about the gift that was given to him by a group of people that just decided they want to bless him because of something that he was involved in that had nothing to do with us, nothing to do with YouTube, or nothing to do with the subscribers or anything. It's something he got his own self into. Or whatever. But to be disgenuine about somebody blessing you or a group of people blessing you now when they didn't have to. So now, do you think we would, after causing the offense now, do you think we would want to support you or be a part of anything that you're doing? I don't think so. Not me. Now, maybe there's somebody out there that would. Let live, what is it? Forget and let live or something like that. What's the saying? But I don't think I would. I think that the apology is owed so you can start the process to remend the offense that you caused. That's what real men do. That's what a real man would do. He would step up to the plate and say, you know what? Maybe I did handle that wrong. Maybe I did fly off the handle and say some things that, you know, might not have been appropriate. Even if I was thinking I should have kept it to myself. But for you to attack somebody that thought of you in your time of need, I think that was the worst mistake that you could have done. Because now you close the not first, you let people see how you really are. That's what you did. You just exposed yourself to who you really are. Second, it closed the door for anybody else wanting to do anything if they decided they wanted to do it. I'm not going to help somebody that has that type of spirit like that has that, that ingenuous way of acting when somebody's, being charitable to you. You feel me? Like if somebody's being charitable to you and you're acting like that, I don't think I want to be associated with you, or I don't think I want to even contribute to anything that you got going on. That's just me personally. So what I feel would be the right thing for you to do, I feel that it would be right for you to step up to the plate and man up and say, you know what? Maybe I did handle the situation wrong. I apologize. I apologize. That would be the man. That would be the right thing to do. That would be something that I see in my own eyes, my opinion. That's real man stuff. That's real man stuff. That means you're growing up. And I will respect that. I will respect that. I will respect you as a man if you did something like that. Now, people like drama, like beef, like all that fly stuff. They like all that, right? They like to keep stuff going. Yeah, y'all see this beard, right? Y'all see this? Yeah. They like all the drama. They like that stuff. They like to keep stuff going. And it only lets me know that that's a part of their life. They don't just come to YouTube and do it. No, it's already in their life, and it just spills over into YouTube. That madness, that sanity, that's insane way of acting. You feel me? Simply beautiful. Don't push it. Don't push it. Yeah. What's up, Logic? My man. What's good with you, bro? Yeah, don't push it. Simply. Yeah, I got the old man on, you feel me? But in essence, when we look at it, and I know Logic is here, so Logic can kind of like, if you want to jump on Logic, let me know, hit me up, I'll get you in, so you can kind of like, yeah, you feel me? No doubt. If you want to get in, just let me know. I got you, bro. So, when you look at how a lot of the current events happen on YouTube, it starts off with fictitious friendships. Think about this. I'm gonna give y'all something. It starts off with fictitious friendships. It starts off with people pretending to be friends, but always having an underlying agenda. Like the agenda to the friendship, there's always something there that is not exposed, but a week or two, a month or two within that, then it comes out and it's exposed, right? Then you really see the people that you're dealing with. It don't take long. Just let a little time go by. Just let a few things get into place, and then you'll really see the characters that you deal with on YouTube. Because it's something you can't really hide who you are for a long time. Think about this. If you are pretending to be something, you can only pretend but for so long before the real you is exposed, right? You can go a little while. You can put up the facade, the front, whatever, but eventually you will get tired or you would make a mistake and expose who you really are. So that's what happens when you click up with people that you have not known for a long time on YouTube. What happens is they'll begin to expose their own self. Whether it's greed, whether it's envy, whether it's wanting to take your place, whether it's wanting what you have, whatever it is, whatever that agenda is, it will expose itself. That's why you got to be very careful who you intertwine or who you entertain on these in YouTube land. You feel me? You got to be very careful because the characters that you deal with, they will ultimately set you up to hinder your agenda. while right along trying to take what you're doing, to steal your ideas, to steal what you have put into place. So that's why it's best to kind of like, you know, whatever the relationships that you form, they have to be, you know, they have to be the right relationships. You feel me? Don't just go supporting everybody in the you look over some content. See what the person talking about. See what kind of life that they, you know, that they live. If they're an open person or upfront person. Be wary of people who hide themselves a lot. Hide themselves behind cameras. Don't want to show themselves. Don't want to, you know. And I know it's danger in exposing a whole lot of. I know it's dangerous putting a lot of your business on YouTube. So I don't say go put your address and all that stuff and your whole name and all that stuff so people can go harass you and track you down and try to kill you. But, you know, to a certain degree, let people understand or know where you're coming from, and let them get a little personal with you so they can feel that they're supporting somebody that's real, not a fictitious or some fake person out in the sky. You understand what I'm saying? What's good, everybody? Peace, peace, peace. Peace, no doubt. Simply beautiful. We right here. We in the cosmos right now. We up there in the sky. Y'all got? Yeah, we up there. So if you don't understand how this thing is starting to evolve, like the YouTube thing is getting crazy, man. The things I see, the people I see that are just popping up with these pages, and they're trying to get in where they fit in, but their intentions are not where some of us or some of our intentions are. That's just what it is. And you have to look back and just say, okay, what do you want to gain out of YouTube? First of all, because if you come into YouTube trying to get money or trying to get, boy, that's not it, man. If that's your agenda or what you're trying to, that's not it, because it's no money in YouTube. That's just not the way it happens. You feel me? You know, I see all y'all comments too. So that's not the way that happens. So, you know, some people, you might get a couple of dollars here and there after a long period of time of working your way up to that. But to start off striving for that, I mean, that's kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't know the right word to use for that. Excuse me, y'all. But what I will say is, these current events that happen, it kind of put me in a particular headspace about the people that we've been entertaining. Me and Logic been through a whole lot. Not within me and him, but with the people that we entertained when we first really was starting off the YouTube thing. Logic been on a little longer than me. And when me and him teamed up, we teamed up with other individuals, and all of that just went totally left. Right? It taught us a good lesson. It taught us some valuable lessons we needed to go through and experience and learn. It taught us a lot. And now it allows me to appreciate the genuineness of people who want to do the right thing and who want to pursue, you know, helping people through this medium or platform. You feel me? Because YouTube is just a medium for people to entertain or be entertained. So I feel like people who have the channels that they have doing the right thing by entertaining people with things or substance that can enhance or help somebody in their life. You feel me? This is supposed, well, I have a channel because I feel like at some particular time I might be a help to somebody. Y'all might not want to hear me ramble. Who knows? Y'all might even, whatever videos I might have, y'all might not like them. Cool, fine. But there might be somebody that might find something in what I say, or something that Y'all might say in your comments what you may put on the chat or whatever. There might be somebody that might can find comfort or might find a resolution to something they're going through or whatever. But I feel like at some particular time, somebody will grasp something. So that's why I pursue it. I don't have to. I've been up all day. You feel me? And I had no sleep. Been working. So it's hard to just jump right on this YouTube and just keep going without no sleep, because I said this is the moment I got to get on. This is the moment. This is the time. Irregardless of my not having sleep and all that good stuff, this is the particular time, because I feel like now this has to be said. And for Logic to have to make videos, you know, from video to video, trying to rectify the situation, clear his name, to keep himself, you know, in a positive light when being attacked by this person, that person, and all this other madness, you know. Hold on. So for him to actually have to do that, oh, here we go, y'all. The old man status. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this stuff because y'all getting on me real heavy. So for let me see something. My birthday coming up. Me and Sweet's birthday coming up. Oh yeah. So for y'all got me with the old man. Y'all killing me over here. What are y'all trying to do to me, man? What is this, man? What is this? Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me with the old man jokes, man. So y'all throwing me off too. See, y'all can't do that, man. What y'all doing? Y'all can't throw me off. So in essence, when we look at Logic defending himself and having to go to war, to battle, to keep himself in a good light, when being attacked, being thrown under the bus by people, I could feel that because I've been through that. I could feel that pain, right? And I ain't old either, y'all. All right? 39 years old. I'm 39, y'all. Be 40. 40 coming up. The big 4-0. All right? And I'm proud because it was a time when I would have never made it. But I'm here. So pray that I make it to that 40, that 4-0. April 29th. That's how it gets down. But, yeah. So, my man defending himself. My man having to defend his character, his name, against people who he have linked up with, entrusted, and now all of these offenses are being caused, right? Think about all of this stuff that's going on. It's madness, man. It's chaos. And people love that. You know, they flock to that. I mean, I guess if they have nothing else going on in their life, they have to, you know, resort to that, okay? I'll cut the bed. All right, I'm going to cut. Y'all on me real heavy. Queen C call me Papa Smurf. You feel me? Everybody's on me about the bed, man. What is the bed, man? What is up with the bed? I just can't grow this out some. Some people like this bed, you know? Some people say it look nice. Some people say, hey, keep the beard. And then now everybody wants to, I don't know. If you see me in person, it probably wouldn't say, it, you know, cut it. Yeah, so in essence, when Papa Smurf, yeah, she got jokes. Yeah, she got jokes. In essence, when we look at how people intertwine us, how we form relationships with people, it may it be something you have in common with a person. May it be that you have that inner thing. Maybe it's something, you know, maybe y'all here. You know, we here. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But however you form the relationship, if there's nothing to hold the relationship, friendships, if it's nothing to hold that, then eventually if something happens to cause an offense, the rebound from that, it wouldn't be a rebound from it. It would be easy to dismiss it. Okay, I'm about to drive this home. I'm about to get real clear. Okay? It's easy to dismiss the relationship because there was nothing that y'all had from the get-go that had substance to it. Think about that. Think about it. There was nothing to hold that relationship together because there was no substance. So it would be easy to dismiss. If there's an offense caused, it would be easy to dismiss it. You feel me? Ah, here we go. Hey, Sweets, that hurt. That hurt. I hope this season coming up, I hope Pittsburgh Steelers lose every one of their games. And I hope the quarterback gets hurt. How about that? Just want to joke my beard. I hope every game y'all lose to the Ravens. How about that? So, when the offense is caused, right? When the offense is caused, if there's no substance in the relationship, it would be easy to dismiss. Hear me out. I just said something that's powerful. Check it out, man. Listen to this. If the offense is caused in a relationship and there's nothing there, no substance that's holding that relationship together, it will be easy to dismiss. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more. You feel me? Substance. What is the substance I'm talking about? The substance is this. If it was something that y'all had in common and y'all didn't build on it, okay, you can say to somebody, oh, we have that in common. But if you don't go into depths about what it is that y'all have in common to build it, then that means if you just say, hey, we got something in common, and then later on down the line, y'all cause an offense, there's nothing else that y'all had to grab on. You have to give a person something to think about. What would be the reason that I should hold on to this friendship, relationship, or anything? What would be the reason I should hold on to it when you just said what you did or caused this offense to me? The person will say, you know what? I don't need this. You're not even worth the energy to keep this going or this friendship or whatever. That's because there's no substance there and you'll be easily to dismiss. So when a person causes an offense and they happen to be somebody that is a friend to you or somebody that is a, close confidant, cousin, brother, mother, father, there's relationship there. There's something there. So if they cause an offense, that the normal thing or the noble thing to do would be for that person to rectify that by either apologizing or either explaining why they said or did what they did to kind of get to the bottom of it. Not just saying, well, I am who I am, just deal with me. You ever heard somebody say that? Oh, I am who I am. They gonna deal with me. This is the way I am. Like, come on, that's the wickedest thing to say. Oh, they just gotta deal with me. This is the way I am. I've been like this all my life. Like, what kind of madness is that to say? If you cause an offense or did something against somebody, it would be the noble thing for you to do. It would be that to say, hey, you know what? I apologize if I caused that offense. Forgive me if I did something in my ignorance. I apologize. That would be the noble thing to do. Not carry the attitude that, oh, this is the way I am. This is my mouth. This is how I am. I'm outspoken. I've seen people say that, do that, and it just never clicks to me why they take that attitude and approach. Because now you're digging a wedge in the offense that you have caused against the person. So now if there's any type of salvaging it, it wouldn't be. Y'all following me? Because I know when I start to talk fast, man, when I'm talking fast, yeah, y'all gotta keep up, right? Yeah. So when the offense is caused, if there's nothing there, it would be hard to salvage it. People on YouTube, you don't get to be face to face with some of these people. Now, I remember there was a time when there was Queen Karasi from Baltimore. I met her. She has her own channel. And she was in a lot of people's live stream, and I didn't know she was in Baltimore, but we actually met. You feel me? And there's Tahaka Bay, who has a big following and all that. I actually met up with him. So there's a couple of people that I actually met that were on YouTube, been on YouTube a long time, and had the opportunity to meet them face to face. But not often do we have that opportunity because some people are way across wherever. You understand? Like Logic is in Hawaii. Okay? One day we might meet. If he moved to Georgia or come into the States or whatever. I mean, he's in the States, but like if he comes closer, closer to where I'm at, then there would be the potential that I can probably go see him. Or he come see me, or we build, or whatever. But we're not face to face with them. They're not tangible where we can touch them and this, that. So only thing we rely on is what they say. That's how we rely on the relationship part of it. When we build relationships on YouTube is by what people say and by how they, act and their body language, their demeanor. All of that is what we're judging the character about who we deal with on YouTube. Because we're not face-to-face with these people. We're not in their household. We're not side by side with them. So so it's easily to be misled and it's easily for them to mislead us because we're judging the character from afar, basically. From the computer, right? But if we look at it and look at how, the nature of the YouTube has evolved, how this whole YouTube has evolved and the things that have came about in YouTube. People that if you ain't on here being goofy funny, if you ain't on here doing something hilarious and all of that, it's hard to capture the attention of a lot of people, right? You could be spitting the realest thing ever. It just has to be the right moment, the right time for people to be engaged in what you're saying or what you're doing. Because a lot of people just don't care to be involved in some real deep thoughts or deep talk. That's just what it is. Unless, you have been on for a long time and people know you, know your character, know how you build. And I believe that's how that relationship is formed. Now, y'all know me and Logic by now. Me and Logic did so many videos together. Can't even count on these hands. You feel me? We did a lot of stuff on YouTube. We have a lot of material. We have, what's up, Hidden Treasures? We have a lot of material. We have a lot of work we've put in. So y'all can look back at our work, at our portfolio of work in YouTube and kind of get a sense of who we are, kind of get a sense of the individuals that y'all deal with on YouTube, right? Pardon me for that. That's me hitting the mic, all right? Ain't no bombs going off. That's me just hitting my mic. Sorry about that. But you can get a sense of how we are and, the nature of the directions we go in with our live streams and all that good stuff because of the videos we've laid down beforehand, right? Y'all, by now, y'all know Logic. Y'all know how he gets down. Y'all know his thought pattern. Y'all know what he believes. Y'all, if you've seen any of my videos in the previous past, y'all know what I believe, what I think, how I get down. Y'all know all of this, right? So now, when dealing with us from the next live stream to the next live stream, you should have a general idea of how and who we are. And you shouldn't have to second guess or ask anybody live stream to live stream about who we are. You should know that by now if you've been with us any length of time. And we got some day ones in the chat right now that been with us from day one or been with me from day one since they met me or since they have subscribed, and I appreciate that. All love. You understand? So I appreciate y'all being faithful, loyal to the brand of Ace Corner Talk. I appreciate it. Don't think I would take that ever take that for granted. I appreciate your input. I appreciate your love that you show in the chat, you know, to the people. I appreciate all that. You know, y'all didn't have to do it, but whatever it is that you seen in your boy, you said, okay, you know what, I'm going to rock with Ace. I like what he do, and I appreciate that. Never would take that for granted. So, with that being said, anybody that builds with me and Logic, or that comes aboard the brand, the team, right? And I don't know no other way to say that, but anybody that that comes aboard that, they should know how me and Logic get down. They should know how we rock, how we, you know, how we generally keep things. And when you come with some left field stuff to derail what we're doing, or to kind of like put a, you know, put a bad taste in people's mouth about what we're doing, that's dead wrong. That's dead wrong, and you should know better. I mean, I ain't no school teacher, and I ain't here trying to give no lessons, but what I will say is that is the wrong way to handle people like us. It's the wrong thing to do, because we're not out here looking to try to, you know, be the next best thing going. We do what we do, and if you like it, you like it, and if you don't, you don't. But I believe that if we put our heart, mind, and soul into what we're doing, you should enjoy the content or enjoy what we're doing. You should. And if you don't, I mean, oh well. Not everybody gonna like what you do. You might get thumbs down on videos. You might get people acting a fool, whatever that is. You feel me? But I think that if we're keeping it 100, if we're keeping it a buck, right? If we're keeping it a buck, when we come across people that have offended us in such a way that maybe the relationship can't be remended, or what we're doing or have done with them cannot be amended, just cut ties and keep it moving. I think that's hard for some people to do. Some people want to come back at you, make videos about you, act crazy, go get your address. They want to send you letters in the mail talking about they're going to kill you. They want to call your phone number. Like, it's so much dumb stuff people do. But why not just keep it moving? If something happens, just dust yourself off, keep it moving. You ain't got to come back with no reply videos. You ain't got to go hunt nobody down. Like, it's a little extra and overboard. You feel me? It's a little overboard. If something happens and the relationship that you've had with a person on YouTube does not work out for whatever reason, it does not mean you go on a tangent and you go on some type of, like, you know, smear campaign to try to destroy somebody's character or try to do something to derail what they have been doing before they met you. There's no reason to do that. But some people do that thinking that they're going to gain out of that situation, when only you lose. You lose. You ain't gaining nothing, and neither am I. You lose more than you gain. First of all, you're going to lose respect. You're going to lose respect, because people ain't going to respect you when you act and carry yourself like that. And I definitely ain't going to respect you. I respect when you come clean, when you stand up to the plate, when you man up, own up. I respect that type of stuff, because that's what I do. I respect that. I keep it G. I ain't going to sit here and play no games with you. I ain't going to sit here and stroke your ego. I respect the people who handle business. And if you can handle your business, keep yourself afloat, you got the respect from me and the support from me. Other than that, shuts it down. I don't deal with you, because I don't need those type of people in my camp, and I don't need those type of people on my side. I just don't. I'm doing fine without it. I just don't need that, because it slows down the progress, and it kind of it stagnates the progress of what we're trying to do. So y'all should know. That's a disclaimer. Y'all should know that by now. But if you don't, there you go. I just gave it to you. You feel me? And No doubt, no doubt. So, so, so TC, pardon me. If you have a channel, wouldn't mind subscribing. So, I definitely would look into the subscribe. We have Hidden Treasures. We have TC that has a channel. We've been trying to get Sweets, get her channel, just have her stuff popping, shaking, moving, but she's a little slow to the draw. she's a little slow to the draw. We gotta get you up and going, Sweets. We gotta get you in there. You feel me? We gotta get you in there. But if you have not subscribed to these sisters' channel, go ahead, subscribe to their channel, look in, support, press the like button, do all that good fly stuff. You feel me? We gotta get you in there. Get your channel popping, shaking, moving, Sweets. Gotta get you in there. And so in essence, about what I was talking about with the whole situation of how it went down, the replies from Logic, the people receiving the funds and not being grateful, all that good stuff balled into one. That gave me that title. You know, can we recover after our emotions have been fumbled? Our emotions get tampered with on a day-to-day on a day-to-day basis. Like on my job today, like I wasn't an emotional wreck, but I could feel people tugging at my emotions like they was playing games, it felt like. You know, certain managers do that just because they got the power to do it. They'll play with the people that are under them. They'll play with their emotions because they're in the position to do that. And as sad as it is, you don't know what mental state a person is in. So why play the mental game with somebody that you don't know from day to day what mental capacity they in? You know? If somebody haul off and slap you upside your face because you done did something, you can't even be mad. Because you playing the game and you know what you're doing. Most people know what they're doing when they play these type of games. They do. Simple as that. They know what they're doing. They know the games that they're playing is going to promote and provoke a response. Certain people know that. It's just like when kids, check this out. When kids do certain things, as the parent, it's our job to discern the type of actions that they're displaying, whether they're trying to get a reaction out of us or whether they're just being annoying kids. It's our job to discern that as the parent. We just can't go flying every 5 minutes and slapping them upside down the room and throwing them over the kitchen table and dumping the food over because they're getting on our nerves every 5 minutes. That's just not how parenting should be. We should have to discern at what particular time they're using their manipulation to get to us or using what they're doing to get to us, and are they just acting their particular age, 3, 12, 16, 17. We should know that. You feel me? We as parents should go through that process or grow through that process to understand that's how things work. We should know when somebody on our job is trying to pull our chain, or when somebody on the job is trying to, you know, do some crazy stuff to get to us. We should know that. We should know that. We should know that by now. Let me say that. I don't know how long you've been on your job, but you should know by now that people do these things to promote or provoke a reaction out of you. They do that. Whether it's to offset your day, whether it's to put you in a bad mood, but people do that. People do that stuff because where they are in their particular point in time in their life, where they are at that very moment, you feel me? Because of where they at. And I see what you said, TC. It's because of where they at. So people want to draw you down. They want to draw you down to their level. That's 101 science. That's 101 right there. I just gave you some 101 basic simple stuff. We know that. People are trying to draw you down to their level because they're not smart enough or don't have enough energy or brain to get to your level. Have you ever been around a person where you know that you're on a different level than them, and then you try to some degree downplay the level that you're on, or you'll try to reduce yourself to get to their level, come down to where they are? Have you ever did that? I have, plenty of times. I know that if I'm talking to somebody that might not be on my level, I as crazy as it is, I had to kind of bring it down so I can get on their level, so that either they can understand what I'm saying or have a better dialogue. Because if somebody's down here and you're on this level and you're trying to dialogue with them, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be weird, because it would take so much energy to pull them up to where you are. So the easier thing to do is to come back down to their level, not disgrace them, not make them feel bad, or not kind of, making it obvious that you're doing it, but actually adjusting yourself to get on their level and hold a normal conversation. Have you ever had that experience, any of y'all in the chat? Have you ever had the experience of being around a person that might not have been on your level or might not be on your level? So what you do is you try to come down a little bit. It feels funny because you don't operate like that, or you might not talk like that, or you might not respond like that. But you have to, in order for them to keep up with you. Your thoughts are going a million miles. You understand? Like your thoughts are going and you're trying to say things, but they can't keep up. It's like that, huh? It's like that, huh moment. Like, huh? So you got to, kind of slow it down a little bit, and you got to kind of, step off the ladder and come back down. I don't know how to explain it, but, that's what you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no doubt. We all have been through that. We all have experienced that at some particular time. And depending on where you are, you might have time for it and you might don't. I mean, some people will catch an offense if they think that you're annoying them, you're ignoring them, not ignoring them, but ignoring them because of what they're saying. No, it might not be that. It might just be that you're on another planet right now and you're not trying to come back down to deal with that or to deal with them. I mean, you just so far out there, you just ain't trying to, and I think a lot of people, as they mature in life and as their experiences in life bring them to a different place, some things you just don't want to deal with. Some things you just want to keep it closed. You want to keep your ears closed to it and keep your eyes closed. You just don't want to deal with everything. When you have moved on and graduated to a particular place in life, sometimes you just don't want to step back down to deal with certain things because you've moved on mentally from it. Come on, man. Where y'all at with me on this here? Right? You move mentally past that. So coming back down, dealing with it, it might be frustrating for you. It might be adding something or depositing something that you don't want because you've been through it or you've outgrown that. Think about that. I'll let y'all chew on that one. Get your double mint, get your spearmint, get your trident. Chew on that one right there. Depends on the conversation. This is what Sweet says. If my brain starts to hurt, I can't deal with it. No doubt. Most of the times I try to hang in there because I understand we all awake at different times. No doubt. And that is true, Sweets. That is true. We all evolve at different times. But at what particular time are you willing to wait for somebody to catch up? If somebody is not where you are, do you invest the time? Depending on who it is and depending on where you are and what the situation is. Do you invest the time at that moment when you're somewhere else, or you're trying to keep yourself focused? Because you can lose focus for somebody who ain't even on your level. They'll pull you right off and you left field now. You walking in circles. You don't even know what's going on. Sometimes you can't let people derail you or take you off your focus because of where they are. Come on, that's just what it is. You have to just look past them. And if you know you're in a particular place in life or a particular space in life, and you know that certain things are going to pull you too far back, sometimes you just got to keep it moving. You got to keep it pushing, man. Pop and shake and moving. You feel me? Sometimes you got to do that. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean you got to hurt somebody, or doesn't mean that, you're better than anybody. It just means that at that particular time, you just don't have the energy to waste on that or whatever it is. You just don't have that energy. See? As you get older, you'll start to energy, time, all that stuff is going to be a factor to you in your life. Believe that. When you're young, you ain't thinking about time. You're just all over the place. I could be out all day and all night. As you get older, you're going to start counting your steps. That's what the old person told me, and I ain't realized what he was talking about. But okay, I'm getting ready to hit the big 4-0. Time and counting my steps right now is like some serious stuff. Because you ain't going to have the energy and you ain't going to have the mind to just be wanting to do a whole lot of stuff. You're going to be numbering and kind of like pinpointing the things you want to do. Like, you're going to have a list of things now. Before, you ain't never have a list before. You ain't never write nothing down. You ain't never think about the things you want to do from day to day. Like, none of that was important. I find myself now just like, you know what? This is what I got to do today, and this is what I need to accomplish today. I think I need to do this today. None of that used to be an issue for me. Back in the day, it was just like, okay, I'm all over the place. Here, there, one out here, one down there. I can stay up 2 or 3 days, then all this other stuff, blah, 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 blah. That's not the case now. So, does not mean that you are better than somebody. It just means that you outgrown that particular moment that they may be in. Okay? You feel me? Whatever moment they may be in, you may have outgrown that. You may have outgrown that. You may have risen above that particular place. I'm just saying. It does not mean that you're better. Does not mean that you hate them. Does not mean you don't want to invest time. Just means at that particular time you just can't do it. Because you focus on something else and your life has presented different challenges that you got to deal with. See, certain people get caught up in the hype of life and whatever the challenges are, and they let people pull them back into some stuff that they already outgrown, don't need to be involved with, don't need to be associated with. And then now they're dealing with 2 or 3 times what they should normally be dealing with after they have outgrown their situations, man. Come on, I'm telling you something real right there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Y'all got to follow me on this one, man. Y'all, come on. I know y'all love me. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the baggage we're carrying. How about that? Can I put it that way? Bag lady, carrying. Y'all remember Erykah Badu, the bag lady thing? Y'all know the analogy behind that? Carrying baggage. See, we're carrying baggage because we let other people pull us back and dump the baggage on us. So now we're trying to move forward with 10 times more than what we're supposed to have. You feel me? Come on, dust it off. Just because you move into a different place in life, different plateau, does not mean that you're better. It just means that you're evolving. Mentally, emotionally, all of that. You're evolving to something different. Don't be mad. Don't be sad. Don't be feeling some kind of way when you start to outgrow your family, your friends, loved one. Like, don't feel some kind of way, because that's going to happen. If you're searching, if you're seeking, if you're looking for it and it happens, don't get mad about it. Don't feel some kind of way. Just know that that's your particular time to start to excel in what you are trying to do in life, whatever your desires are, whatever you're in search of. Don't feel some kind of way. Just know that it's that moment for you, And you got to possess that moment. I don't know why I'm going this way. I was on something different, but let me stay right here, all right? So obviously, this is where we need to be for this moment because I'm going here and it's just flowing, all right? It's coming together. So for that particular moment, this is where we or you need to be. So just run with it. Don't feel some kind of way. Don't fall back. Don't let people pull guilt trips on you. Don't let people pull you back into their particular world, man. Keep it pushing. Popping, shaking, moving. Okay? Keep it moving. I think that... Okay, I see what you just said, Sweets. Look, it's like this. It's like this. When I first stopped using drugs, right? This is facts, man. This is facts. When I first stopped smoking weed and drinking and Black and Miles and Newports, when I first kicked my habits, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time since I had that stuff in my system. Long time. Long time. Long time. So, when I kicked that habit, people could not understand, the people I used to hang out with, that, that they knew I was die hard for it. Die hard for my weed, die hard for everything I did. I was die hard. They couldn't understand how the transition from doing it to not doing it took place. They could not fathom that I didn't want to. The desire wasn't there no more. You see what I'm saying? So they looked at me funny as if I did something. As if I was the one that fell off the boat. No. I think that I just made a choice in my life to outgrow that. Because I felt like I didn't need that no more for me to function. When I was doing it, I felt like I needed it to function, to go, to drive, to do everything. I just felt like those things that associated me with the lifestyle I was in, I felt like I needed that to keep me excelling, right? When I kicked the habit, kicked those things to the curb, I realized I was dependent on that to be able to move in life. After I kicked the habits, all of that stuff, now I'm faced with me. My own, see, I couldn't blame my decision making on blowing trees, drinking, all of that stuff. See, when I was doing those things, I was able to blame my woes, my falls, my setbacks on that. You feel me? I was blaming all of my setbacks, all of my incarcerations, all of everything I've been through. I blamed it on that. Because I said, if I wasn't doing that, I probably wouldn't have did that. If I wasn't smoking, I probably wouldn't have did. If I wasn't drinking, I probably wouldn't have. Now that I don't have that, any sound decisions that I make, now I know the clarity about what I'm doing. These are my decisions. You feel me? These are my decisions. So I don't have nothing else to blame for that. Now, I'm not perfect, and I make a lot of mistakes in life. Yes, I do. A lot of mistakes. Yes, I do. But I can own up to my mistakes a little better, knowing that I don't have nothing else influencing me to make my mistakes. Okay? It's as simple as that's as easy as I can put it. That's as easy as I can put it. So now, when I look back and I say, you know what, I did all of those things, and I kind of used it as a crutch. I used it as a crutch, right, to maneuver in life. Hold on. So I used it as a crutch to maneuver in life. I used that as a something to lean on, right? I used that, and it didn't excel me. It just allowed me to stay comfortable, not wanting to move out of that place. As soon as you find yourself, I found myself, y'all. That's what it was. I found myself. Okay? I found myself, and I realized that if I continued with that pattern, I will reap the same results. God. I found God in my life. I believe that the influences at one particular time when I was in church and doing the church thing, there were certain things I've got out of that, right? Now, wicked as church people could be and as wicked as some churches are, I believe that at the particular time that I was involved in church, I got what I needed. That was that. Now moving on with life. You feel me? My decision to not do things that would cause me to keep blaming those things for my mistakes was the best thing I could have ever done. It was the best thing. Because most of the time I got locked up and everything I did, it was all streamed and centered around my activities when I was in the streets. It's just facts. It's just facts. So people are not going to understand why you do what you do, because when you start to outgrow people, they get mad with you. Just like on YouTube. Just like on YouTube. When I was on YouTube, started off, I didn't have no green screen. I didn't have none of this stuff, man. Just started off basic, right? Some basic stuff, right? And I had support, and people this and that, and things was cool, right? Soon as I started to upgrade and started pulling away from a lot of the people I was associated with, that's when you see the jealousy come in. So we start seeing people write little slick comments, start trolling, start bashing, start saying this and saying that. That's because I outgrew where I was. I was looking to advance in what I was doing, but just didn't know how. That's where the Brother Logic came in. Brother Logic said, man, look, this is the way you should do it. You need to do it to help you along, to get you where you need to be. Not one time did he put any dime in my pocket. Not one time did he buy anything for me. Not one time. What he did was he passed the knowledge on. See? He passed the knowledge on, and then he motivated me. See, I didn't see it the way he seen it. Only thing I was just like, hey, I just get the little rink-dink computer and let me just go on there. But he refined my thinking by encouraging me to do my best at what I was doing. Come on, man. Let's give the brother some credit for something. All right? That's what it was. He encouraged me to say, you know what? I think I can do a little better in this area and that area. Maybe I can put a little here, a little there. Or maybe I can buy this or buy that to upgrade, to get myself to a different place. That's where a lot of the haters came from. That's where a lot of the haters came from. They seen that I was upgrading, and then they started saying, well, Logic buying them this, and, oh, Logic doing this and doing that. When I did all of this with my own money, with my own everything, but the brother gave me the knowledge. He passed the knowledge down to how to operate certain programs, how to pull this together, how to put this together. He gave me the knowledge. You feel me? And I respect the brother for that. And I will always be grateful for him taking the time, taking an hour out of his day, 30 minutes out of his day to say, this is how you do it. This is how you work it. Bam, there it is. I will always be grateful to the brother for that, because he didn't have to waste none of his time to help me. And I've seen him do that from time to time with different individuals, try to get them like that. You know, but certain people, they got desires to do it, and certain people don't. But in essence, with me saying all of this, putting it all together, y'all, let me bring it in, because we've been going strong for how long? Let me see. What is this here? Okay, hour. It's almost hour and 30 minutes. All right, cool. So much love, man. Love you guys too. Unity, no hate, all day. So with that being said, we have to be mindful. I said a lot, man. Oh my God, I said a lot today. Hey, I guess being off of YouTube, man, not being on YouTube, I just had a lot to say, y'all. I guess I just had a lot to say. I'm bringing it together, y'all. So with that being said, let's be mindful as we go forward, right? As we lead this live stream, let's be mindful offenses come. They're going to come. The Bible speaks about it. You know, you can go to any scholar, whatever. They will tell you offenses are always going to come. But it's how we deal with the offenses when they do come. It's how we adjust to it. It's how, whether we let it affect our life or whether we don't. I think that as mature adults, as we begin to move in life, as we move in life, because I'm not making it like we're just arriving and we're moving in life. As we begin to move in life, whatever offenses come against our doorstep, our table, sometimes we got to step back. And if there is a need at that particular time to address it, address the offense, address the situation. So that way, if you know the relationship is salvageable, the relationship is worth salvaging, you could take that moment to cater to it and salvage what needs to be salvaged and repaired. Don't, under no circumstances, do you let a relationship that has substance to it, that has friendship evolved in it, that has some history behind it, go down the drain because you was too stubborn to rectify it. But if it's something that, ain't going nowhere, if it's something that, you don't really care to put that energy into it, then you have arrived to a place where that offense has been damaging to you and you need to cut ties so that way you can move forward and keep focus. Okay? So, with all that being said, man, there's a lot I'm going to come back on at some particular time. So, and I just appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate all you guys supporting me, supporting Logic, supporting the brand Ace Corner Talk. We got some t-shirts out there, y'all. This Ace Corner Talk t-shirt. Y'all go to the from the Logic page, man, if y'all want to support. I don't get none of the proceeds. Logic, he gets the proceeds from my shirts to do whatever he wants. Like if he wanted to donate that stuff, you know what I mean? If you buy my t-shirts, it's going to a good cause, right? So if you buy Ace Corner Talk t-shirt, go to Logic page. It got all of the t-shirts. You can support Straight Drop, Queen Chateau. You can support Court TV. You can support Ace Corner Talk. Get them in any colors. Come on, be a support. It's not going in my pocket. It'll be going into a kitty. That way it could be used for somebody that might need it. And I'm okay with that. All right? I'm okay with that. So Logic is using the money for what he redeems it to be good to use for. Not using it for computers and not using it for green screens, but actually putting in the work, using it for something that could be beneficial to somebody. All right? That's how we're going to do that. So if you don't mind, if you would love to support, if I want to see you on the streets with Ace Corner Talk TV, I know you support it, and I know you love your boy. You went out and did your due diligence to be a support to the channel or whatever. I appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys. It's unity, no hate over here. To everybody that was in the chat, it's all love, man. I appreciate y'all input. I appreciate the comments, all the encouragement. As I leave, man, I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing. Hitting Treasures, TC, all of you guys. Sweets, day one. Sweets is a day one, man. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I hope and pray that everything that, you're endeavoring to do, I pray that it comes to pass, and I pray that you're fruitful in what you're doing. So continue to support and subscribe. Share these videos. If you like what if you like the content, continue to build on that. Am I missing anything? If you have not subscribed to Logic Food, Clothing, Music, Shelter, and More, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. If you have not subscribed to Court TV, go ahead and subscribe to Court TV. I appreciate everybody for your time. As I like to leave with, you could have been anywhere doing any other thing, but you chose to be here at this particular time. I appreciate it. I'm very humble. I appreciate it. Could have been doing anything, but you decided to check in on your boy Ace. I appreciate it and love you much. All right? This is Ace Corner Talk. Peace. I'm out. I'm going to dab on y'all out. I'm going to dab on you. All right, I'm out, y'all. Peace.